His official nomination for the Supreme Court last night, selecting Denver native Neil Gorsuch.
Today, I am keeping another promise to the American people by nominating Judge Neil Gorsuch of the United States Supreme Court to be of the United States Supreme Court.
President Trump saying that promise to find the best judge in the nation to fill the seat of the late Justice Antonin Scalia.
Justice Scalia was a lion of the law. Agree or disagree with him, all of his colleagues on the bench cherish his wisdom and his humor. And like them, I miss him.
If confirmed, Gorsuch will bring a Western perspective that hasn't been seen in decades and will be the youngest justice to serve the court. He'll be ruling on some pretty big issues here, from abortion and voting rights to immigration. These cases are set to come up before the Supreme Court.
And brand new for you at 7 o'clock, we're learning more this morning about Judge Gorsuch's deep ties to Denver. He attended Catholic school here, and the current Archbishop, Samuel Aguila, was one of his teachers, which is kind of cool, kind of interesting, a very interesting tie. Gorsuch attends Episcopal services now, but obviously his early years were steeped in the local Catholic community. Now, the superintendent of schools for the Denver Archdiocese is joining us right now. Kevin Kievsky, good to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
So he has some ties. Tell me about how he's connected to the current Archbishop.
Well, the current Archbishop, when he was just Father Aquila, was really his teacher in the early 80s, and he attended Christ the King School. And I got to tell you, Catholic schools do a great job. You know, whether we're taking a look at this current guy, or you can even take a look at a former Secretary of State from St. Mary's Academy. We raised a lot of great kids.
Have you heard much about how he was? I mean, I don't know if people even remember that far back, but have you heard much about how he was as a student? Was he the one getting in trouble, or was he the good kid?
He was the good kid.
Okay.
He had great academic credentials from what I heard in his elementary years. The funny thing I heard, he actually liked to wear cowboy boots, actually, to school.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
So let's talk about the fact that he was raised in a Catholic school.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that might have an impact on some of his opinions and political leanings in the Supreme Court if he is, in fact, approved his nomination?
I think so. When it comes to Catholic schools, they are really sacred places that have civic purposes. And we're able to really take our students and form the whole child. So it doesn't really surprise me that he was able to take his formative years and really have that sort of form how he's going to hopefully be a Supreme Court justice. And
we're told he goes to an Episcopal church now.
Yeah.
Obviously, in terms of some of the broader thoughts, the churches, I think, do have some similar political leanings, if you will.
Right. I have to say that we're very proud, both the Archbishop and I, of how he has been as an appellate judge, and more likely than not, how he will be as a Supreme Court justice. So Catholic thought and the Catholic intellectual tradition has shaped him, and we hope to see that once he's on the bench.
Do you have any future Supreme Court judges in your schools now?
You know what? I got a feeling, I got a knack that maybe we got a handful of them right now. And maybe some other politicians, too.
Well, and, you know, obviously the political leanings and all of the broader, really important stuff is cool. But, I mean, in and of itself, it's got to be a cool feeling for you guys to know that this guy will possibly be sitting on the Supreme Court. Such a rare thing for someone, such a huge honor for a judge. And he came from the ranks of your school.
He did. And I mean, you take a look at Pope Francis, all the Catholics all around the world were just waiting for the smoke to come out of the chimney. Yesterday, I'm sure that the Archbishop was doing this, but I certainly was. I was watching your channel, just waiting to see who he was going to announce. And I'll tell you what, that was like the white smoke for me, you know. That was wonderful to see.
It is exciting. And, I mean, again, these confirmation hearings still have to happen. He hasn't been approved yet. All indications at this point say that he may. Democrats could try to filibuster, but that obviously is going to play out over the next few weeks. And then, of course, from there, we'll have to see how he rules on certain cases. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Kevin, we appreciate you joining us with a little bit of insight into his background here in Denver. Megan? You know what? Forget